Hi everyone. Today I've been working on the electrical on the engine and trying to wire it up to get it to start. I have a lot of the stuff figured out. I have a lot of the wires figured out and labeled. This ECU here. So what I have to go off of is I printed this document off the internet that kind of tells you what you're supposed to have grounded and power to and all that, and then I have the engine wiring harness here for this car. This is a 1990 Lexus LS400, and the wiring harnesses actually change pretty frequently on the Lexus LS400s, so year to year they're quite a bit different. I don't know if the 90 91 are the same, but I know the 92 is different and the 94 is different than the other ones, so those are just what I have to go off of. I have a 94 LS400, I have a 92 SC400, and then I have this 90 LS400, so I know all of those are different from one another. So I labeled the wires that I know I'll need on here from the ECU, and then these are just wires to get it to run. So what I have wired so far, I have the mass airflow sensor plugged in, the igniters are both plugged in. This is from the transmission harness. The neutral start switch has to have positive power to it, and it's a black white stripe wire. Down here, this connector has the starter switch positive, so you just touch that to the battery to get the starter to go. This is B and B1 positive. This is the igniter and injector positive. This is the ignition switch positive. And then I have, coming off of this plug in the ECU, I have battery positive. This one labeled W here is the kind of like the check engine light. So what it says on there is to hook up a light bulb to this and then ground it, and if that light turns on, that means the ECU has power. So I was just gonna, once I get everything powered on, I was just gonna hook this light up to here and then ground it and see if this light turns on, just to make sure the ECU has power. This is the I don't remember, but I don't need to actually have this plugged in right now. I forget what that's actually for now, but so I have all these positive wires running into this one that I'll hook up to the battery. And then I have these two wires over here, which are named E01 and E02, and these are to be grounded. So I need to hook these together and hook them up to the ground. I don't have the alternator hooked up yet. I haven't figured that out, but I don't need it to start it and run it for a little bit. Over here, this is positive to the starter, so this just hooks up to the battery, and then I have this ground just going to the engine block that I'll hook up to the battery because we'll need to ground the engine. But that should be it to get it to start. I need to get fuel hooked up, and right now I'm working on plugging these holes so there's not huge vacuum leaks, because I'm eliminating the EGR on this because it's just, I don't want to deal with it. So I'm going to plug those. I was working on that right now. So this pipe was going off the back here down to the exhaust manifold, so I just cut it off there, crimped it, and now I'm just going to weld that shut and then bolt it back on there to plug that. It's a simple thing to do. And the other one, I have the gaskets for them still, so I just traced this on here, and I'm going to cut this out, drill some holes in it, and then put the gasket back on and screw that back on, and same with this. have these ports plugged on the intake. I tried to search for any other vacuum leaks, like this one for the brake booster I plugged. These vacuum lines I plugged. I think that's all the vacuum lines that I could find anyway, so we'll just have to see. Actually, this looks like another one right here, so I'll have to plug this. I don't even know what that's for, but just have to find a bolt for that. Backfire. It fired off a couple of little sputters. I know it has a cold start injector. I don't know if I have that hooked up, and that may be the problem. I don't know how to hook up the cold start injector either, so we still have power. That's going to end it for this video. We got the engine fired up. Not really staying running right now. We'll figure it out next time. Thanks for watching.